In Dang has arrived. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Are you ready for
Uh,
adventures? For space
yeah,
adventures?
yes, I'm ready. Maybe I will try my best,
Yeah,
but I
I'm
didn't read yet. But it's okay.
um
I will. Yes, just try my best. Thank you.
actually I'm a bit afraid, of course, because it's a bit dangerous and it's really challenging. Guys, have you downloaded the book? Jeet, have you done? It's I guess it's your first time here. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have. I have to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back. But yeah, I've downloaded it. I need to read through the first couple of pages, but please continue on without me.
Okay,
Don't let
okay.
me interrupt.
Okay, no worries. Well, so today we're going to start a new story, Solaris by
Victoria,
Stanislaw Lem. Yeah,
Victoria, where from where I can download the book? From the group? I'm not
there
I'm not
from
in
my
the group.
profile
In Facebook,
in Facebook and wait a
Yeah,
second.
on Facebook.
it's
Mhm.
working pretty bad in my place. Can you send me in WhatsApp?
Wait a
Okay?
second. I will send a link to Zoom chat, okay? Wait a second. Just
Okay,
one.
it's better even.
Mhm. Okay, so today we're going to read a new story, but before that, we are going to dive into science fiction genre first, of course, because it's impossible to start reading such kind of literature without some preparation. Yes, then we are going to read a story not from the very beginning this time because space flight is a bit the same. Yeah, we are flying. So nothing actually seriously important. Yeah, it's kind of introduction to a journey our character is going to have. So I decided to start with page 7, but so we are going to expand our vocabulary when we are reading science fiction. We have to improve our vocabulary. I think that science fiction allows us to understand our level. Yes, and the horizons we should explore concerning vocabulary. Yeah, so I know perhaps you started to reading already, and you noticed, oh goodness, so many unknown words. Oh, I guess it's C1 or something like that. Yeah, no worries. Treat it as extended reading for pleasure. If you know the word, okay. If you don't know, look it up. If you are lazy, don't just skip it and pass over to reading. Just enjoy it. When we were reading previous books, yeah, we could imagine things. Yeah, we were traveling to Colombia, reading mind map. We were traveling to Thailand, investigating how sun rode. Yeah, but here we can't imagine things which are described. So just be flexible, mastering vocabulary and following the plot. We'll try the best because we are the team and I'm here to help you and you are here to help me too. Okay, Yuri disappeared. I wanted to read his poem. Okay, we have two more participants. Renuka? Hello, Renuka. Okay, let
Yes,
me. Hello,
yes. Hello.
welcome here. Have you downloaded the book? Uh,
Hello.
no. The link is in the chat box. Wait a second. And Yuri, I'm about to start to read your poem, okay? I would not say that I'm afraid. My bees are flying. I know bees are flying in the Crimea. I feel great. Hope always comes to me with spring, or maybe with the first bee sting. Oh goodness, exactly. Joy fills the air of my grange. The hardest task is to arrange. Okay, things so work goes by itself. Bees can't take care of themselves. But if I do not play my role, it's only get a donut hole. I'd like to, okay, I'd like to write for you all day. My bees are calling me. Hooray. Yeah, it's the poem of a Winnie the Pooh, actually.
As you wish,
But I'm really happy that reading meeting gives you so much inspiration.
Unfortunately, it's not about airspace,
Yes, but still something connected with gravitation and flying also. But it's really great. The poem is really nice. I think that I will apply it to our classes for primary school about bees or something like that. Really funny. Thank you very much. Okay, and we have some more participants. Fatih from Indonesia and Mateusz from Poland. We can't start with you without you. Yes, because Stanislaw is the writer from Poland. Yeah. And when you are reading his story, nothing refers to Poland exactly, but still it's interesting because actually Stanislaw Lem is one of the first science fiction European writers for me. But still I enjoy. Some people consider him to be difficult to read, yeah? But perhaps we need time to understand. Perhaps time will go, and sooner or later we understand what he wanted to tell us. Okay, let's start. So, to dive in science fiction genre, I'd like to offer you a short video to understand it better, and of course to do some listening comprehension activities. Okay.
I suppose that you wouldn't choose something easy. Stanislaw Lem is not easy. I usually don't read it because it's not even science fiction. It's about relationships without people. Most.
Exactly, but for me,
you choose something with love. With love.
It's not about relation, or not only about relation, but to my mind, it has some connection even to modern AI, artificial intelligence. Something very. It looks like that because we created and we get some feedback, yeah. But we'll not go deeply now into it step by step. Kazakh arrived just in time because we start listening comprehension.
And it is, science fiction is not 3 things, and it is 5 things, or 7, or more, probably more, definitely more. What is it not? That part is easy. Science fiction is not a forecast of a future. It is not a prediction of the future. It is not a blueprint for the future either. I'm pretty sure you have seen the headlines like the 7 space predictions from Arthur C. Clarke that came true. As much as we, when I say we, I mean people who love the genre as readers or researchers, would probably like to see it vindicated in the bigger world, where it has a long history of cultural ghettoization.
Guys, I do need subtitles. How about titles? I think it may be necessary, yeah? Okay.
This is not how science fiction works. Sorry. What is it then? Science fiction is a narrative format, initially literary and later cinematic and televisual, that uses predominantly adventure-driven formulas to talk about the future, or futures, or the past, or the alternate present. Unlike other genres previously known as popular, science fiction cannot be reduced to a single scenario. The end of the world, as we know it, a miraculous invention, alien contact, space travel, and cutting-edge science are merely a few among an extensive repertoire of science-fictional tropes. There's a long debate among researchers and critics about the beginnings of science fiction. The name itself did not appear until the late 1920s, but stories that were described with these two words existed long before. One of the most commonly accepted starting dates is 1895, the publication year of H.G. Wells's Time Machine. Many critics like to think about Mary Shelley's Frankenstein as the genre's 1818 text. Some push it further back to Johannes Kepler's Somnium, published in 1608. One of the earliest texts denominated as science fiction is a true story by Lukian of Samosata, a 2nd century satirist. The stakes of pushing back the genre's calendar are clear. Who wouldn't want a literary progeny that long? Science fiction is a mode of storytelling that, beyond literature and other narrative media like film, television, and comics, has registered in every medium and cultural form. There are thus science fiction short films. In fact, their number has exploded in the last 10 years. Theater and ballet, music videos, video games, board games, illustration and graphics, media installations, and GIFs. Science fictional visual sensibilities have also imprinted themselves on commercial advertising, product packaging, and industrial design. Science fiction is a cultural discourse, which arguably provides excellent conditions for philosophical and political reflections on the Western, although that part has started to change, Western ideas of self, intelligence, society, and progress. But there is more. Sure, many types of stories can be about things beyond their immediate plotting, but there is really no other cultural conversation that engages so centrally and so systematically every single challenge, issue, and problem of contemporary world, whether geopolitical, cultural, economic, social, ecological, or technological. Elsewhere, fantastic figures such as aliens, clones, and cyborgs are allegories of race, ethnicity, gender, sexuality, able-bodiedness, and other dimensions of individual subjectivity. Like video games, science fiction assumes and builds around complexity, without doubt the most important parameter of our 21st century planetarity. Science fiction is a privileged global genre of diversity. Its roots are indeed in the Western adventure narratives that historically supported the institutions of white Western imperialism and colonialism. By the early 21st century, though, it has expanded and embraced other traditions of futurity: Afrofuturism, indigenous futurisms, Sino-futurism, Gulf futurism, and many others. Through these, other ways of seeing the future, or the past, or the alternate present, and other ways of understanding of the world can be gleaned. Science fiction is, finally, one of the many manifestations of cultural speculation, of a deeply seated desire to think with and through the event horizon of our futures. It is not only a commercial genre, but also a point on a broader spectrum, which is continuous with such cultural phenomena as theoretical science, world exhibitions, amusement parks, parascience, design fiction, visionary architecture, futuristic design, and transhuman philosophies. Thinking about SF as part of a spectrum helps us account for the multi-directional flows of inspirations, influences, tropes, and icons that transcend institutional barriers between academia, art worlds, industry, and various subcultures. So these are the first 5 things science fiction is. There are probably more, definitely more.
Mhm. So, as you can see, science fiction is a very powerful genre. It's reflected in many spheres of our life. We didn't even realize that. Okay, Claudia, welcome here. Are you ready for space journey?
Hi.
Nice to see you, all of you. Yuri, long time no see you. Almost a year. Yuri,
I'm here
hi.
just because of science fiction, yeah.
Okay.
I have to confess that one of our English teacher from New Hampshire, she's retired. She was teaching English language and literature in college. And due to my demanding, of science fiction, she started to write their own stories for us, for Reading Club. It's incredible.
So you as students, you were very curious about reading, so it motivated the teacher to write. It's awesome. Okay. Hello, Mateusz. Where are
Hi,
you?
hello.
Where we were listening to Polish speakers and now going to make some activities and then going to read the Polish book.
Yes, I noticed, but I'm very sorry. Now we are in restaurant.
Okay. Thanks for watching us.
Sweet kisses.
Okay. Let's make some activities to review the video we were watching.
Yes.
It's true. Yes,
Agree?
true.
Mhm. Okay. Yes.
It's true.
Agree?
True.
True?
Yes, true.
Mhm.
According to movies. Yes.
Yeah.
Ellen and Colt, yeah. False.
Yes, it's true.
It's false.
Why false?
False.
None.
Because various narrative by and simple prediction.
Beyond. Far more.
Yeah.
So not just
Science.
narratives, but also
No, I think it is true. Why
because beyond it means over, not just simple
Oh.
predictions, yes, but also some various.
More than that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. So
True.
true. Okay. Things are easy. False, true things are easy here.
Mhm. Science fiction reflect
False.
false
Yeah.
Why so? Ines.
fears about the potential visitors.
Because in some
Because not
movies,
this is does.
Yeah. because in
Yeah.
some movies we can see that we feel so fear in front of the
Yeah.
another species that could come here and destroy us, and yeah,
Mhm.
I could see some of these movies and also totally scared.
Mhm. Yeah, and we feel perhaps I will not survive. Okay. So false. Well done.
Which term?
Science fiction.
Sci-fi.
Science fiction.
No?
Science fiction.
Speculative fiction. Avoided when I think
Speculative.
played
Speculative.
not science fiction. I think.
Speculative fiction. Agnes.
Avoid.
Science fiction.
Avoid. We
Science
should
science
not.
science fiction.
Science fiction, we should avoid. It means that we should not say. No.
Oh, it's I think SF, the last
We
one.
avoided when
What
No,
did the professor tell?
Sci-fi.
Because
speculative
the
fiction.
abbreviation of science fiction is the first one. Okay, then it may be speculative fiction.
This
It's
is negative. Negative here. Avoid. What should you avoid?
Speculative, maybe, I think.
SF.
Did they
the
say
last
about
one.
speculative
Speculative.
fiction?
Speculative.
Do you remember? I don't remember.
Avoid it.
What's your question?
We got used to say sci-fi, yeah, but
Sci-fi.
but what did Professor say?
Speculative fiction.
Speculative fiction, I think.
Did he mention it?
He mentioned it, but it is not used usually.
Okay, and Dank, what do you think? What should we choose? You're well.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
Yeah.
Sci-fi normal.
Oh, normal.
Okay, so Abid arrived. What a surprise! See for readers. Wow. Long time no see. Abid, have you downloaded the book?
Hi, Abido.
Yeah, I've
Abido.
downloaded
Long time
I'm
no
really happy
see.
to see you back. Oh goodness.
yeah, it's been a long time. Thank you very much. I'm
Let's
great.
go with
Glad
that.
it's great to be here with you again, even if just for a short time. Just today, because I'm not sure if I'm going to go back to classes or not. I still have some issues, some personal issues.
Okay, and you're always welcome to come back. Okay, guys, I will follow
Thank you very much.
Dank's decision today. And that is right, because the professor said that people used to call science fiction sci-fi, but it's not correct. SF. He always say SF, SF. And Dank, well done. You're a great listener.
yeah, I know, but for describing, I'm forget. But I'll hear about the video. For this describing, I'm forget. But I know that. I remember.
You saved the team. Thank you. Okay, I'll try to mix up whatever. Okay, and Abido, we were watching some video and now listening comprehension. Then in some time we'll start reading, okay? Just some seconds.
Okay.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, any ideas?
Mode of storytelling.
So is science fiction about cultural discourse or forecast of the future? Native format?
Forecast of the future, I think, because what is science fiction not considered to be. This is not in the video of forecast of the future. I don't hear that.
So it's not a prediction of the future, yeah? It's not a blueprint of the future, yeah? That's what said at the very beginning. Okay. Well done. Someone is not only a super reader, but a super listener today. Okay.
Science fiction.
Could be historical accuracy.
Historical accuracy, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so when we're reading, yeah, some events looks like true, but we understand they're not true, yeah. But still, it is based on some progress we achieved and progress that we can achieve. But of course, it's not about historical accuracy.
Maybe true.
True.
Critical lens, yeah.
Can be
Actually, every genre is a critical lens, yeah. And SF is not an exception. Okay, well done. Everything is perfect. Here. Okay, and it's high time to start to read the book, but always but from my side, I want you to watch a trailer. The book Solaris by Stanislaw was translated into many languages. One of the first translations was made by a French translator, but Stanislaw Lem said that it's not an ideal translation, and kind of in 2001, if I'm not mistaken, a translation by an American translator was done, and still Stanislaw Lem was not pleased. But I compared translations, and I think that the French translator stepped aside too much from the origin of the book. That's why I've chosen English. French translator translated into English. Yeah, and I think that 3 languages is too much. That's why I've chosen this one you are downloading. Okay, and who's Ghost? We have a ghost today with us. Who's Ghost? Hello. Hello. Hello, Ghost. We don't need ghosts today, really. Although I'm very polite. Still, if
Привет, Gloria, как дела?
Okay. Who is it?
Do you speak Russian?
Yes.
Okay, I'm an English teacher, but I speak 4 languages. I'm from Georgia. Nice to meet you.
Okay. Can you please add your name, okay, to your profile?
You can write Moon. Right now I'm busy. It's not possible to change from my side, but you can do if it's necessary.
Okay. Can you please tell it once again?
Moon.
Your name is Svetlana, yeah?
Write down Moon. Yeah, but I don't want my real name appears. Some people take screenshots, so
Okay.
I don't want.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Yuri. It's you, right?
Yes. Okay, Moon. Actually, we have a rule to switch on the video when you're in class. Okay, and to participate actively, please switch on the camera, because people who switch off camera, I just don't ask and don't interact and something like that. Okay. Let's watch a trailer. As for movies on the book, there are 2 movies, as far as I know. This one is the oldest, made by Russian director Tarkovsky, and there is one more American movie. But you may watch it on your own. Okay, now it's Russian. Yes?
With Clooney, With Clooney it's pretty fine, but Soviet movie is a little bit boring and long.
Really? Okay. I decided because I haven't watched American movie, perhaps for the next class I will do it, and I'm going to show a Russian trailer, okay?
Позвольте вас спросить, уважаемый коллега, зачем вы прилетели сюда на Солярис?
Я Кельвин, психолог. Если увидите нечто необычное, держите себя в руках. Что увижу? Не знаю. В некотором смысле это зависит от вас. А кто приходил? Она умерла 10 лет тому назад.
Крис, знай, что это не безумие.
То, что ты видел, материализация твоего представления о ней.
Да вы не женщина и не человек. Вы только ее повторение.
Чем больше она с тобой, тем больше очеловечивается. Да что он нас так мучает?
Я не понимаю, зачем ты мне морочишь голову?
Вы потеряли чувство реальности. Речь идет о границах человеческого познания.
Чувствую нисколько не меньше, чем вы. Я люблю тебя.
Вы что же, хотите уничтожить то, что мы сейчас не в состоянии понять? Прости меня.
So from the beginning of the book, from the beginning of the movie, you understand things. It is not going to be an easy journey for us all. But still, I hope it will be a pleasant one. Okay, so it's high time to start reading a book. And we start not from page 1. We start with page 7 and going to read up to the end of this chapter.
I'm sorry, Victoria, is it an adaptation again?
No, I mean, of course it's not an original one, but it's
Okay.
no, I guess it's the level of the book is about B2. Especially when we have descriptions of space stations and science language. Yes, vocabulary is a bit difficult, challenging. Not difficult, yes, challenging. But when we dive into the story, when we speak about understanding what's going on Solaris, the vocabulary is easier. Perhaps B1. So I treat the level of this book is B1, B2, and I think it's not an adaptation. Okay, so please keep dictionary at hand like I do. Okay, and let's start reading. And I've underlined some words from scientific English because we are going to use them in practice today. Okay, let's start reading. Jit. Hello, Jit. Can you please read a bit for us?
I can sure try.
From the cigar for the capsule.
I didn't expect to hop in here and start reading right away, but
but it's okay, just a bit. Mm-hmm.
From where? The cigar?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, the cigar of the capsule, empty as a burst cocoon, stood in the concavity, set into a steel platform. Its external plating had been scorched to a dirty brown color. I walked down the short ramp. Beyond it, a layer of rough plastic had been welded to the metal deck. It had been worn away in places from the wheels of the mobile rocket jacks. Mobile rocket jacks, yeah, interesting.
Why so? Why so, Jit? Why so?
Those combinations of words just didn't make sense to me, I guess. I'm not thinking... My mind is not thinking, so I guess mobile rocket jacks, I guess that's something to lift the vehicle. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Jit, for starting reading. We have many participants, so we are going to read passage after passage, one by one. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Victoria, I'm so sorry, I disturb you. But who is Jit? Hello.
Jit is
nice to see you.
Jit is one of the team. As he joined us, that he's a super reader.
It's my friend. I invited him here.
I see. Thank you, Nas. Okay, and okay, Yuri, you have a question.
You already read 7 pages or what?
I announced that we are not going to read first 6 pages because they are mostly devoted to the arrival of the main character to the space station of Solaris.
Okay.
And they just he tells about his feelings and so on, and it's a bit boring to read. Yeah, it's too far. We can't. The chapter is pretty big, and I just took some extract for us to dive in the story faster. The point is that main character Calvin arrived and no one met him. He found out the station is in complete disorder, and that's what we're reading about now. Okay. Kazuko, can you please read a bit? Okay,
Yeah.
Conditioning.
Thank you. The air conditioning compressors suddenly I went off and there was complete silence. I looked around somewhat helplessly. I'd expected someone to appear, but nobody had come. There was nothing but a glowing neon arrow indicating a soundless, moving walkway. I stepped onto it. The ceiling of the hangar curved down in an elegant parabola that became the tube of a corridor. In its alcoves, there were heaps of pressurized gas cylinders. Containers.
Yeah.
Cylinders.
The first syllable is stressed.
Cylinders. Containers. Annular parachutes. Crates. All in disorderly piles. Any old how. What made
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Kazuka. Well, so we can imagine if we arrive somewhere, yeah, we are waiting. There are a lot of people to welcome us and so on and so on, even space station, yeah. So it's just impossible that no one meets you, especially in this, yes, in the station created by people, yeah. So he focused, the narrator, yeah, focused on the disorder and emptiness, and he stood there helpless. What to do? What should I do? Yeah, no one greets me. There is a disorder. Different objects are thrown away. So he's lost. To say his lot is to say nothing. Okay, we move on reading. Yuri, is your Spanish class? Does your Spanish class allow you to read a bit for us?
It's about poetry. I don't like. You can understand me. It's pretty short and very important things. You are a Soviet, a Russian person, yeah, and you know that. What does it mean? Poetry in Russian school? It's rhyme, mass verse, and mass metrics, yeah. Without it, it's prose. But if you read Spanish article in the Wikipedia about it, it's absolutely nonsense. Every talking, even without rhyme, it's poetry for them, you know. And now we have 3 lessons of this kind. For me, it's not poetry. That's why I'm here. It's much more interesting. It's much more important. Where is my part?
I'm happy that our class is a good alternative for you. Okay, can you please read a bit?
When it is
that
made me think too. The walkway ended at a point where the corridor widened into a circular space. Here there was an even bigger jumble. Under a mound of metal canisters, an oily fluid had leaked and formed a puddle. A strong, unpleasant odor filled the air. Boot prints marked clearly in the sticky substance led in different directions. Among the cans lay rolls of white telegraph tape, torn papers, and trash, all of which looked as if it had been swept out of the cabins. And there was another illuminated sign directing me to the middle door. It's enough?
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
I forget always how to pronounce directing or directing.
Direction. So if you don't know how to read, read according to English rules. Well, direction.
Okay, right.
Okay, let's move on. Zineb, can you please a bit?
All right.
It led here.
Okay. It led to a corridor so narrow that two people could barely have passed one another. Light came from high-placed windows with biconvex panes directed at the sky. There was another door painted with a green and white checkerboard. It was ajar. I entered. The semi-spherical cabin had one large panoramic window in which the mist-covered sky was aglow. Down below, the blackish hills of the waves moved soundlessly. There were numerous open cabinets around the walls. They were filled with technical instruments, books, glasses with a dried residue at the bottom, dust-covered thermos flakes.
Flasks. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Zina. A bit later, I will give opportunity to read a bit more. Okay, Abido, can you please read? Can you still read English? Show us your
Let me
perfect
try.
pronunciation.
Yeah, I've been out of practice for almost 1 year. So let me try.
Okay.
Am I audible?
Here, Abido.
Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Abido?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yeah. Well,
Sure, we do.
ears.
Okay, because my internet connection is not
Okay.
not stable.
Okay.
Okay, around the dirty floor, there were 5 or 6 mechanical tables on wheels, and among them several armchairs that were deflated and sagging. Only one was blown up, its backrest leaning to the rear. In it sat a small, scrawny man with a sunburned face. The skin was peeling from his nose and cheekbones. I knew who he was. It was Geberian, second in command, a cybernetician. In his times, it published a number of highly original articles in the Journal of Scholastics. I'd never met him in person before. He was wearing a mesh shirt, tufts of gray hair on his flat chest, poking through and once white linen pants with multiple pockets like mechanics stained at the knees and burned from regions. He was holding a plastic bowl of the kind used to drink out on ships that lacks artificial gravity. He
Thank
looked
you very
at
much,
me.
Abido. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, you haven't lost your perfect pronunciation. So
Thank you
join
very
us
much.
more often. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Claudia, can you please read? He looked.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. He looked at me as I had been dazzled by blinding light. The ball fell from his fingers as they unclicked and bounced a couple of times on the floor like a ball. A splash of clear liquid spilled from it. The blood drained slowly from his face. I was too taken aback to say anything, and this wordless scene continued until, in some mysterious way, his fear was transferred to me. I took a step forward, and he shrunk into his armchair.
Okay, thank you very much, Claudia. Please have a rest. Okay, and we have some people to say. Okay, as for Kelvin, yeah, the main character. Okay, who opened the camera, guys? If you don't open the camera, I will not ask you to read. Please open your camera and show the sign of your active participation, okay? Okay, and Dunk, can you please read for Kelvin? Your words will be blue, okay? Blue. Okay, and who opened? Anas, are you with us? Because your camera is switched off.
Yeah, I'm here. But I'm in the box, so that's why I closed the camera. Do you want to open the camera?
Okay, are you able to read as a narrator a bit? Or
No?
Anas, as a narrator. Okay, so your words are not colored, okay? And wait a second. As for snout, Kazuko, can you please read for snout? Your words are green. That's green. Okay, and tongue is Kelvin, and snout is for Kazuko is for snout, green and blue, and Anas is a narrator. Okay, please read. And tongue.
Yeah, snout.
Anas.
I whispered he once as he'd been struck, start staring at me with inexplicable aversion. He said hoarsely,
I don't know you. I don't know you. What do you want?
So he was frightened because you're an actress today. Okay, Anas, please.
Yeah, the spilled liquid evaporated quickly. I caught the smell of alcohol. Was the drunk? But why was he so afraid? I was still standing in the middle of the cabin. My knees were wobbly, and my ears felt like they'd been stopped up with cotton wool. The pressure of the floor beneath my feet still didn't seem entirely reliable. Outside the convex window, the ocean was moving evenly. Snot kept his bloodshot eyes on me. The fear was leaving his face, but the unutterable disgust remained.
So Snout seems like I was afraid of Kelvin, yeah? So people were a bit frightened at the space station. Why? Okay, let's move on and find out. Okay, please. In Dunk? Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I asked in a murmur.
Are you sick?
You are concerned.
Anas? He said in a hollow voice.
It's in green. Yeah, he said in the hollow voice.
Aha. So you're going to be concerned? But why? About me? I don't know you.
Christ, Egyptians.
I asked for a moment. He held his breath. His eye glassed over. Something lit up in them and went out again.
Me?
Yeah.
Giver. No.
He shook with soundless, idiotic laughter, then arbitrarily felt silent.
You come to me, Gibrian.
He said almost calmly.
Gibrian? What do you mean to do with him?
He was looking at me as if all at once I'd ceased to be a threat to him in his words, and even more in their tone. There was something hateful and offensive.
Oh, guys, you created a special mood. I just imagined myself at this station and listening to Snout, and and I feel tense. Thank you very much. Please have
Probably
rest.
totally scary. Totally scary.
Indeed, indeed. Okay, so as for Kelvin, Zineb, how about reading for Kelvin? Your words are blue. Okay. Yuri, can you please read green for Snout?
Okay. I'm afraid pessimistic person.
Okay. And Abida for narrator.
Okay.
Okay, start.
What are you talking about?
I stammered, feeling dazed.
Where is he?
He was stunned.
You don't know?
He was drunk, I thought to myself, drunk to the point of unconsciousness. I was growing increasingly angry. I really ought to have left, but I ran out of patience.
Get a grip on yourself.
I roared.
How am I supposed to know when I just flew in a moment ago? What is the matter with you, Snot?
Oh, goodness, Snap, are you always angry? So emotions.
I'm afraid so much because I should respond for it.
Yeah. I totally.
He is upset. He's upset. Calvin.
I'm just a poor drunk person.
So prepare words to explain. Okay, thank you. Sorry for interruption. So lovely, so emotional. Thank you.
His jaw dropped. Once again, he held his breath for a second, but in a different way, and a sudden glint appeared in his eye. He gripped the armrests of the chair with trembling hand and stood up with difficulty. His jaw cracking.
What?
He said almost soberly.
You flew in? From where?
From Earth. I guess from Earth is blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah, is for.
Okay.
Maybe you have heard of it.
Yeah.
Though it doesn't look that way.
Thank you.
From good grief. So you are Kelvin.
That's right. What are you looking at me that way? What is strong about that?
What's strange about that? Nothing.
His head blinking rapidly.
Nothing.
He wiped his forehead.
Kelvin, I'm sorry. It's nothing, just the surprise. I wasn't expecting you.
What do you mean you weren't expecting me? You were informed months ago, and Modard telegraphed today from the Prometheus.
Right, no doubt. It's just that here, as you can see, there are a certain amount of confusion.
Okay, then.
I wrote drearily.
It's hard not to notice.
Snot walked around me as if he wanted to check out the look of my spacesuit, which was the most ordinary kind, with its harness of pipes and cables on the chest. He gave a series of coughs. He rubbed his bony nose.
Maybe you'd like to take a shower. It'll do you good. It's the blue door across the way.
Thanks. I know the layout of the station.
Thank you very much, dear actors. Okay. Okay, so 1 more, 2, 3 more pages to read, and perhaps okay, so as for narrator, okay, Bazid, hello Bazid, would you like to read with us?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Okay, you're going to read for the narrator, okay? Without color, your words are without color. Okay, and as for the rest, Julia. Hello, Julia. Silence. Oh,
Hello.
hello. Okay. Where are you from, Julia?
I'm from Ukraine. Hi.
Hello, hello. Can you please read for snout? Your words will be green, okay?
All right.
Claudia, can you please read for Calvin? Your words will be blue. Okay. And Bazit is for narrator, okay? Bazit, can you please read?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So not Bazit, sorry. Julia and Claudia, yeah. Just two lines.
Yeah.
Are you hungry, maybe?
No, where is
Gibarian.
Gibarian.
Okay, Bazit, your turn.
Went up to the window as if he hadn't heard my question. With his back turned, he looked much older. His close-cut hair was grey. The back of his neck, burned by the sun, was crisscrossed with wrinkles deep as cuts. Outside the window, the crests of the waves glistened, rising and falling slowly. It seemed as if the ocean was congealing. Looking down there, I had the impression the station was moving imperceptibly sideways, as if it were slipping off an invisible base. Then it returned to the equilibrium and tipped lazily in the other direction. But it was probably an illusion. Stretches of slimy foam, the color of bone, were gathering in the throughs between the waves. For a split second, I felt a twinge of nausea in the pit of my stomach. The cold orderliness of the Prometheus now seemed to me something precious and irrevocable loss.
Listen.
Snot said unexpectedly.
For the moment, it's just me.
He turned around and rubbed his hands nervously. You'll have to be content with my company. For now, call me Rat. You only know me from photographs, but it doesn't matter. Everyone uses that name. Nothing to be done about it. I'm afraid, besides, when you have parents with such cosmic aspirations as mine, even Rat starts to sound okay.
Where is Gibarian?
I asked again instantly. He blinked.
I'm sorry, I greeted you like that. It's not entirely my fault. I'd completely forgotten there'd been a lot going on here, you know.
All right.
I replied.
Never mind that. So what's with Gibarian? Is he not on the station? Did he fly somewhere?
No.
Came the answer. He looked into the corner of the cabin, which was hidden behind a pile of coiled cables.
He didn't fly anywhere, and he's not going to, precisely because of that, among other things.
What?
I asked. My ears were still blocked, and I had the feeling I wasn't hearing right.
What's that supposed to mean? What is he?
I feel kind of Claudia feels irritation. Where is Gibarian?
Yeah, because I want to know what is he?
And why is Snout so suspicious?
In addition, he's drunk. Yeah.
Perhaps he's drunk, or perhaps he's frightened. Okay.
Come on, you know.
He said in a completely different tone of voice. He looked me in the eye so coldly it gave me goose flesh. He may have been drunk, but he knew what he was saying.
Thank you very much, Bazit. Your pronunciation is like a BBC speaker. Thank you.
I like so much. I like so much his pronunciation. Congratulations. Yeah.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you, Claudia.
Okay, as for next page, Julia and Claudia, can you please go on reading your roles, okay? And we ask perhaps Kazuko, can you please read as narrator?
Yeah. Okay. Surely he's not
Yes.
an accident?
He nodded. He wasn't just confirming, he was also sanctioning my reaction.
When?
Today at dawn.
Strange to relate, I didn't feel shock. This entire short exchange of monosyllabic question and answer rather calmed me by its matter of factness. I felt I now understood his previously unaccountable behavior.
Oh.
Go get, I'm sorry. Go get changed, settle in, and come back here in, let's say, an hour.
I hesitated a moment.
Fine.
Wait,
he said. I was turning to the door. He gave me a peculiar look. I could see that what he wanted to say stuck in his throat.
There were 3 of us, and now, with you, there are 3 again. Do you know Sartorius?
Like I know you from pictures.
He's in the lab upstairs. I doubt he'll come out before nightfall. But in any case, you'll recognize him. If you should see anyone else, you understand. Not me or Solaris. You understand then.
Julia, you're doing great, expressing darkness, speaking a bit slowly as Snout does. Really great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Then what?
I wasn't sure if I was dreaming. Against the background of the black waves glinting bloodily in the low sun, he sat back in the armchair, his head dropping as before, and stared to the side at the reels of cable.
Then don't do anything.
Who may I see? A ghost?
I exclaimed.
I get it. You think I'm gone crazy. No, I haven't gone crazy. I don't know any other way to tell you. For the moment, besides, maybe nothing will happen. In any case, remember, you will be warned. You've been warned.
Thank you, dear actors. Okay, and the last page now. Bido, can you please read for Calvin? Your words are blue. Okay, Victor, Yuri for
I'm
for
again a
Snout.
poet drunk. Okay.
Yes, you
Today-
yes,
Yeah,
no.
it's okay.
We will change.
It's my role. It's my role today.
Okay. If you don't mind, it's okay.
Okay.
Okay. And Zineb, can you please read for narrator a bit?
All right.
Okay. Who's Calvin? Whom I appointed?
Oh, me.
Abida.
Okay. Yeah, okay. About what? What are you on about?
Stay calm.
He persisted.
Act as if be prepared for anything. That's impossible, I know, but try anyhow. It's the only way. I don't know any other.
But what am I going to say?
I almost shouted. I barely kept myself from grabbing him by the shoulders and giving him a good shake as he sat there staring into the corner, with his tired, sunburned face, every word he uttered costing a visible effort.
I don't know. In a certain sense, it depends on you.
Hallucinations?
No, it's real. Don't attack, remember.
What are you talking about?
I said in a voice not my own.
We are not on Earth.
Proletariat? But they don't look anything like humans.
I burst out. I didn't know what to do to make him snap out of his trance, in which he seemed to be reading something so senseless it chilled the blood in his veins.
Thank you, Zineb, as a narrator. Please have a rest. And Dang, can you please read as a narrator?
That's exactly why it's so terrible.
And Dang here, he said.
Oh, okay. He said quietly, remember, be on your guard.
What happened to Jibarian?
He didn't answer.
What is Solaris doing?
Come back in an hour.
Oh, wait. Oh, yes. I turned and left. As I opened the door, I looked at him one more time. He sat with his face in his hand, small, shrunken in stained pants. It was only now that I noticed he had dried blood on the knuckles of both hands.
Okay, and that is our with reading for today.
Knuckles says this part, yeah?
Yes, so the chapter 1 is over. So we all want to know what happened to Gibaran. But we will learn about it later.
He's died.
Yeah, already finished. Okay, so as we met some new words, I decided to pick them out and offer you some activities. Just some seconds. Just to review the meaning of them and then use in some activity. Activities to do activities, as always. Okay, just some words. But I promise for the next class I will make even more. Okay. It's easy. Match the words.
Parachute.
Parachute. Just parachute?
Parachute are known as ring. This one. Parachute are known as ring.
Parachutes. Okay, just silence.
Annular parachutes.
So annular parachutes. Yeah, I added some pronunciation generated by AI, of course, for us to remember this.
Annular parachutes.
Yeah, and
what does it mean, annular, in this context?
Circle, kind of in the form of a circle.
Okay.
Yes, it is characterized by 4. Yeah, it is great for creating stability. Yeah, to avoid moving the things it's carrying to the left or to the right, just to the point. Yeah, so it creates some stability for parachute. Okay. So once again,
annular parachutes.
Now new word.
Last picture, hangar.
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 Exactly.
Cybernetics for the second picture.
Cybernetics.
Thermosflight.
Cylinder.
Thermosflight.
Cylinder. The third one.
Okay.
Cylinder.
Please listen. Please
A
listen.
cylinder.
Cylinder.
A cylinder.
Yeah,
Cylinder.
the first syllable is stressed.
A cylinder.
A cylinder.
Yeah.
Cylinder.
Artificial gravity. I think the number one, or 6.
Yeah.
Okay, which one, number one?
Number 6.
Okay.
Well, life in space.
Yeah.
Artificial gravity.
Okay, just a second. Silence, please. We'll listen.
Artificial gravity.
So two stresses. Two stresses.
Thermos is one.
Okay.
Number 5.
Guys, there are two stresses. Artificial, yeah?
Artificial gravity.
Two stresses.
Artificial.
Yeah, two stresses. Artificial. The first one
Artificial
is slight.
Artificial gravity.
And the
A thermos
second one,
flask. A thermos flask. That's number 5.
Number 5.
Okay.
A thermos flask.
Thermos flask.
Flask.
A thermos flask.
Yeah.
A thermos flask. Biconvex.
Biconvex panes.
Biconvex
panes.
Just a second.
Panes.
Biconvex panes.
Biconvex panes.
Biconvex panes.
Biconvex panes.
Okay, so all these things except cybernetics, yeah, Kelvin found at the space station. Yeah, things were in disorder, and he was lost and what to do. Okay, so as you remember in my announcement, I asked you if you arrived at the space station, what it looked like, and I decided to use a site and to draw it. Okay, let me show my idea. Okay. I will ask artificial intelligence to draw it. And then I will show you how to use this site, and then you'll try on your own. And I will give you powers to share the screen or to send pictures to the chat. Hope it will work in your country. So it is called Leonardo AI. So all you need is just get started here. Try to remember, but actually things are easy. Okay, so
what should we do there?
Okay, accept all. Then
what should we do here?
Just a second. Okay, then you choose image. And here, type a prompt. Prompt special words which you give to AI for you to draw. Yeah, here in the down, yeah, at the bottom you can see my attempts to draw it. But okay, so I will type kind of space station. It's up to you, but we trained these words not just to train, but to use them here. Space station, and then I copy and paste. I will send the link to the site, to the chat box, and these words you may use here. But of course, I'm not going to use all of them, kind of perhaps hanger, parabola. I don't think it's a good idea to use it here. Parachutes, perhaps. Canisters, yes, the thrown away canisters thrown away will give more details. Telegraph tape, okay, here. Biconvex panel, no, I don't want. Okay, semispherical, no, I don't need this word. So you will correct on your own. You may leave or throw away unnecessary words you think you're not going to see in your pictures. Okay, cybernetics is not also necessary. Okay. Perhaps I will add emotions of Calvin. Bit lost and perhaps helpless. Okay, and then if you want, you can try style. I don't know, perhaps it may be game concept or something like that. I will send a link and you will try and generate.
Victoria, is it promotion of site Leonardo AI or what?
No, it's just the result of my training course. Okay, so it's downloading. And now I will send, so you can see cylinders, parachutes, and really funny pics of just parachutes hanging here. But of course, it's up to you how to handle all these things. Okay, now I'm sending prompts. Yeah, all the words we practiced to the Zoom chat. And I will send a link to AI to Zoom chat too.
What does it mean, hunger? Hunger.
Angar.
Angar is a
Angar,
space.
okay.
Angar
Okay,
is
okay.
a
space. Okay, the links and possible prompts. Okay, you saw how I was doing it. If you need, if you want me to review the steps, just let me know. Yeah, you just follow the link, but beforehand copy the possible prompts. Then go follow the link, and I will give powers. I will stop sharing for some minutes and then, okay, so I'm going to correct something because it's fun. It's really fun. But the station looks like really empty and I wouldn't like to arrive like that, but I should practice these words. So, okay, as soon as your pictures are ready, just let me know. I will allow you to share your screen or just send pictures into Zoom chat. I think this you can choose how many pictures to use, 2, 3, and you can change style also, and just try some other things. Okay, guys.
Victoria, would be if we just write Solaris, just one word.
Okay,
Solaris.
do it and let us see your result.
No, I cannot because my
Okay.
table is not so powerful.
Okay, okay. I will try. Where? Space station or Solaris? Solaris space station.
Only one word. Only one word. Solaris. The name of the story.
I think it will show us a car.
Okay.
Perhaps
yeah.
I will
to add author Solaris Stanislaw
okay.
Lem. Yeah.
Wait. Guys, the rest. How are your results? Did you manage to create your space stations? Empty, full of some cylinders, annular parachutes, and the rest issues, objects? Okay, I will try. Game concept, not game. Which one? We'll choose portrait? No. Stock photo? No. Or perhaps stock photo? Watercolor? Okay. It's look like Yuri, have a look like Avatar. by Cameron, not like
I don't remember, but they, how to say, don't have the relationship, don't have the experience on the surface of the planet during the story, yeah? Don't
yes.
have.
Perhaps we should add something.
It works for me. Oh, so nice.
Claudia,
my
is your
place?
picture ready?
Yeah.
Can you share?
I share.
Wait, I will stop sharing. We will watch okay, after Claudia.
Can I share this?
Guys, how about the rest of us? Are things okay with the picture? Zineb?
Could I check?
It's interesting, yeah. It's so exciting to communicate. Not communicate, just communicate, yeah. Interact with AI.
Yeah. And it is totally my style. Pink or brilliant. Yeah, I like so much.
It's pretty lovely. It's pretty lovely,
yeah.
The pink color.
Pink color, yeah. Pink color and the lights, yeah. Little slow down, yeah.
Yeah. But still
There
things
is no threat in this picture,
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. So your arrival is like a bit I'm not so frightened as for Calvin. Thank you. And the rest, guys, be ready to okay, can you share your pictures? Who can? Who is next? And Dang, did you manage?
My laptop couldn't open the link.
Okay, that's
I'm so sad.
Zineb was still prompting. Okay, ready?
Didn't connect to the platform.
Is it snout? No, you should enter with Google, Kazuko.
Google?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to sign in.
Google account.
Yeah. Then choose, yes.
Yeah.
This.
And
this.
Okay. So yeah, there. Congratulations. Yeah, mastering technologies with us. Okay, then image. Agree.
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 Agree to everything.
The terms.
This.
Yes.
Let's go.
But
wait. Okay, Kazuka. When type a prompt. Yes, copy and paste from Zoom chat. Okay.
Yeah.
I can.
And add. Okay, can you please stop sharing? Okay.
Yes.
You are doing it great. We are waiting for a picture. Okay, who else? Zineb, you wanted to show the result of your collaboration with AI.
Yeah, I'm gonna share mine in a few seconds.
Okay. Okay. Anas, how's your interaction with AI?
I try to.
Okay, we're waiting. Any problems with the site or what?
No, I open it. Where's the prompt?
The prompt, it is a description that Victoria based in our chat.
You can choose any words and add space station, yeah, for AI understand what you want.
Yeah.
Parabola.
I can't copy and paste. Only maybe I need to write.
Yes, you should add perhaps some words this program to understand you better. Yeah. To use AI, we should apply our natural intelligence. Okay. Abida, how about you? Okay. Without a camera. Okay. Yuri?
I have an how to say question. About this guy. He has already gone. Basit, yeah.
Basit.
Who read like
BBC speaker.
Yeah. Where is he from?
Anas knows. They're from the same team, yeah? Basit. Anas.
He's in a Mali group. He's from Pakistan. He's Pakistani.
He's Arabic speaker,
He's
yeah?
Pakistani. No.
Pakistan. Pakistan.
What language? Pakistan. It's incredible. Okay.
Yeah, from Pakistan.
Okay. So I'm waiting for the rest. And Solaris. Yeah, now Yuri, have a look. It just showed the notion. Yeah. Just a notion, but it's not totally the same as in the book. Okay, if I add something. Okay, enough. Okay. For me, all attempts are done. So perhaps tomorrow they will give me more. Okay, Abida.
Yeah. I've heard some examples, but
Okay, but we still see a dark screen.
okay, wait.
Wow. These parachutes make every picture special. But
Yeah,
capsula.
we have here some 4 different examples for space station.
I like the third one. It's interesting.
The third one,
But
this one,
yes,
okay.
but the second one is inside, yeah? It's more specific because we speak about
This one is from the outside.
Awesome. Really great.
This one is from the outside, yeah.
Amazing. Okay. Someone sent the picture. Yes. Zineb, where we can see a picture. Okay. So we don't want to arrive to Solaris station. We have chosen more peaceful, more quiet place to arrive. We don't want not to be met by inhabitants of the stations. Yeah. So
an addition, our hangar isn't a mess. It's totally organized. Our hangar compared with another, the story.
Yeah, the things look like totally. We don't like disorder. Okay. So, and Julia, are you still with us?
I am, but I couldn't open the link.
That's a pity, of course. Perhaps if later it's possible just to do it, okay?
Thank you.
Perhaps, yeah, perhaps to the feedback of this meeting. It would be great to see your picture too. Okay.
In Spain.
Julia, do you use the phone like me or what?
I'm using laptop.
Okay.
Is the site closed?
It doesn't download anything. Like it starts, but it doesn't finish.
Perhaps VPN will help?
Maybe.
Actually,
I'll try.
I couldn't open the link.
Okay. So guys, it's time to finish our class a bit early, but we've done everything. We dived into a new genre for us, for super readers, read a story, and experienced really scary and funny moments with Snout and Calvin. Yeah, Calvin is the main character of the story, and we want to know where is Gibarian. And we also presented our ideas of our arrival to the space station. Yeah. I know, I knew it would be difficult to describe with words, so I asked AI to help us. And it's really great to see your ideas about it. Yeah, sometimes pictures are really helpful. Okay, so it's time to say goodbye, but I want you to read the story on your own a bit forward. Yeah, so this book definitely requires some preparation. Yeah, concerning vocabulary, understanding the plot, and I think next at our next class we'll start with page 22. So you have to read about 10 pages on your own. So the second chapter will tell you a bit more about Solaris, the planet, and we will find some interesting words, and I invent some interesting activities for us to have all possible practices in learning English.
Yeah,
Okay.
and using modern system, because AI, we are not all of us, we are involved with AI. What we in our field, we have to know what is it, how it works, and don't feel afraid in front of AI.
We should not afraid of AI because it's just a database. We should always keep it in mind that we control it, we direct it. Without us, it's just a base. Yeah. So I guess those fears about machine rebel and so on until we control it sensibly. Yeah, things things shouldn't worry us, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So because in any situation, it is person who is responsible. Yeah. Sometimes my students say we use at my classes at school we use some applications and sites with AI which help us to create texts on certain topics. And sometimes my students say, I say there are some mistakes, logic mistakes, and they say, but that site told me. So we adults can separate truth, can separate logic, and so on. But children are only learning to do it. Sometimes they accept things as given by AI as the truth, and that's the problem. And but we can understand and direct all the process. Yeah, although there are different chat GPTs and so on, still students need a human as a teacher. Yeah, to show the truth, show facts, and how to differentiate left from the right. Yeah, but it's really exciting to see technologies grow at faster pace and how
I think AI just as a facilitators, it can facilitate the communication between between the knowledge and the people itself.
Exactly. But it's really interesting, and I like that this fear appeared, and we can enjoy some things using it. Like, for example,
Yeah, but
today.
but people should be aware of AI content and the real content, because nowadays AI is in the wrong hands, and we are seeing people on Facebook exactly or other social media platforms sharing fake content. For example, showing you a fake war or something, earthquake, but it's just AI. It's not from real. It's not real. It's just AI. They're showing you some, damaged places, like it's something happened, but it's not. It's not all. So people think that that's real, but it's not real. It's just an AI video created.
To be honest, I communicate daily with AI. I didn't recognize any wrong from the communication, even though I go with them in religious aspects. I go in with them in political aspects, in everything. They will go with me like the wise man talking with me. So I don't know. if you recognize anything wrong, tell us about that.
So AI is an instrument or a weapon. It depends on your goal. But still, I hope that you are going to use AI in peaceful goals.
No, we are talking about AI at all, or we talking about the ChatGPT and this thinking process that we have in our hand right now, like ChatGPT, like DeepSeeks, and all this stuff right now. It will help us to think, because it helps us to think in a critical way, and think in a critical way.
There is a problem about children, because they tend to copy and paste everything.
Yes.
That's the problem. It's difficult for them to work with text, to pick up unnecessary things, to express their ideas. So if they just copy and paste from ChatGPT, it's a problem. But we should not allow them to use it too much in wrong way to educate. Yeah, so it makes them lazy if we do not control. If teacher is careless, things is a problem. If a teacher is careful, control, direct, then AI is a great instrument for education.
Well, I think over on top of any process, there should be the monitor and control and governor process that will keep their eyes on the process itself, because continuous improvement that need to see if we are going in a correct way or not. Even elderly maybe sometimes distracted from this one, because copy paste, it is like a comfort place. Now I copy this and paste it without any helpful or useful for me. Yeah, go ahead, Zainab.
Okay, Zainab, please.
Yeah. Just to say that we may like artificial intelligence or not, but this is the future anyway. We're going in a world when everything will turn into artificial intelligence. So we have to make our choices, knowing that there are many issues as the protection of personal data. This is an issue. We can never be sure that our informations, the ones that are private, may be protected while we are using it, but we have to get ready. It's better to get involved into it right now, because that would be the future of the world.
I would like to share my experience of creating my own chatbot. Perhaps I announced it in Facebook already. So I created, as part of my education again, yes, I created a chatbot, and well, you can test it yourself later after our class. Well, all I can say, I scribed it as an English teacher, and it has a tunnel thinking. It means that if you ask him about linguistics, it will answer. But if you ask about IT sphere, it will be dumb. It's interesting because my students of different ages have tested it, and he speaks with my voice, and answers questions and so on and so on. And students, you can create chatbots at different sites, but this one is pretty skillful. Even if you ask it in your native language, it will answer in English. It's good for the students, yes. And it's really interesting because it translates. You don't have to skip from chatbot to a dictionary, then come back again and translate. So it's pretty smart, and I really enjoyed myself to test it. And but it can't draw like a Leonardo AI, but still it's interesting. Some teachers say that you spoil children, but I say I give them an opportunity to work with information, because For example, if they are looking an answer to some question, yeah, they give a big sum of information, but they apply their brains to choose necessary one, and it's very important. It's very important to find out information in the text and to work with this information further. Yeah, and I think let it be my created chatbot for them than some unknown site with some doubtful information. Okay, so you can try and my chatbot and tell me about your results. How is it going?
How they'll be, use it in a proper way?
Well, you join it via Google account, so you have to have a Google account and join. You can ask questions with voice and or just messages. I will not know what you're asking it because it's only between you and this chatbot. So it's, and then keep in mind it's not me who is answering, it's just AI. So it is created for educational purposes. Yeah, I gave its function of English teacher, so it will consult you only about English or perhaps linguistics. But you may try and ask him some other questions from other spheres to understand if it's worth asking or not.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, I totally agree with the Zineb that we should be, it's better to be warned about this technology. Yeah. Okay, so now it's really high time to finish our class. Thanks for coming to everyone, and let's go on together with such a great team and read the book, enjoy. I know we're all adults, time is against us, but still I hope to see you all at our next class. So,
Thank you, Victoria.
For your
See you
time.
next time.
see
That
you.
was an amazing session.
Goodbye.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. See you next week. Bye. See you next week.
Goodbye. Goodbye. See you.